Welcome to a Rubber Side Down digital exclusive. I'm Nathan, and joining me as always is Mike. How's it going, Mike?
I'm doing great. It's always a good time to be yapping on this podcast with you, bud, especially over the holidays. Um, we have this fun segment. We've been trying to trial a segment here, Nate, right? And we finally come up with something. So hopefully this works. It is a version of a common party game, and it's called Adapt, Love, Discard. So adapt one thing that you'd want to change or adapt, one thing you'd love about X topic, and discard one thing you'll not miss about X topic. And our topic today is competition travel. So, Nate, what is one thing that you would change or adapt for competition travel?
Oh man, there's so many things, and we go to like so many incredible locations and just differences, but we go to so many amazing locations and just great spots. But one thing we always run into is even if we have an air tag, is that 50-50 game of does our bag show up or not, especially if we have tight connections at an airport. So that is one thing I would love to change, is just having that guarantee that the bike, the box, and everything that we need shows up in a location. How about you,
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, that is a good one. I think I'll go with course variation. In the past few years, we've had similar courses. If I could wave a magic wand on the paracycling international paracycling scene, I would love to get more variation in courses in terms of just terrain, really, because we have a lot of the same profile for courses, and so it usually suits one rider. So yeah, having just variation, it would be a bit more fun for me.
Switching gears, what's one thing that you would love? What's one thing you love about traveling for competitions?
Yeah, so this is probably for me. This is something that I traveled a lot when I was younger, but traveling, I think I'm not a very big touristy person. I don't like going to touristy spots. And the one thing that I love about traveling for cycling is being able to kind of essentially like live like a local while you're there for that week into the race season. We're usually not in a tourist hotspot area in Europe. And so we get to really experience the culture of that country we're at. And like for me, it's always been we're always in like the Northeast for Italy. World Cup's always been so much fun in Maniago because it's just such a great area and you're just experiencing that part of Italy in a way that you would never I would never probably do. Right? How about you, Nate?
I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit there and really just go into like the cafe rides that we get to do when we're in areas like Maniago or even around Belgium or some other locations that we've been to in the past, and just getting out for a couple hours, exploring a new area, stopping at maybe a cafe, getting a gelato, and just really taking in the sights and the sounds of new locations. And especially for this year where we have new spots that we're going to, I'm really looking forward to diving in and just checking out new scenery if we get the chance. But we got to discard something. What is one thing that you will not miss or you just want to get rid of and never think about again when traveling for competitions?
Well, I think I'm going to piggyback on what you'd want to change there, Nate. What you said you want to change about travel, and I would not miss, will never miss traveling with two bikes across the world. It is, it is always fun to go to the airport at 3:34 in the morning with three pieces of luggage and be making friends with the security guard at the oversized that doesn't fit the bike so that you have to unpack the bike to then have it swabbed before you leave. So it's always fun to start a 12 to 24-hour travel day with bike grease all over you. So I will never miss having to travel with two of my bikes. It's always, Nate, you'll attest to this, but it's always a sight to see when you see a cycling team in an airport with the 15, 20 odd bike cases and suitcases and everything else. We are a mean, lean machine in the airport. How about you, Nate?
We
What would you miss?
we are definitely loved. Everyone loves as soon as they see us come in there. Everyone's smiling, wanting to say hi. There's no dirty looks or glares at all. We're really appreciated there. And just kind of staying in that way. And this is more personal to me, but when we fly, it's like to be an athlete is a privilege and get the opportunity to travel to these different locations. But being on those planes can be a long time. If there was a way to teleport, I would love that. I would like to discard the 7, 8, even 12, 15-hour plus travel days I have to go through. And if I could just discard that and teleport to a location with my bikes, with everything, I'd be the happiest person on earth.
Yeah, but that's just you living in the West Coast where you gotta all the races are in Europe and you have to do that hop over Canada, which is almost the same distance as hopping from Eastern Canada to to the Europe. But you wouldn't miss on those flights. You would miss are my requests to watch movies together. There, you
I'll
never.
never reject those. I'll never reject those, Mike. But
Oh, but
sometimes
you have. Oh, but you
I've
have.
I've given you some ideas. I've given you some suggestions as well as former guests on the program and roommate of mine, Alex Hayward. You guys don't want to watch a movie with me sometimes, but you
Yeah,
know,
Magic Mike is not necessarily my cup of tea while traveling over on a red eye there, but
well, there are no red eyes here, but we should get some rest. If you have something that you would love to adapt, you love in general, and you would disregard, please leave in the comments. For myself, Nathan, and Mike, thanks for watching.
thank you.